have performed a little bit better. Maybe the policies that are in place are not the best of policies. When it comes to the government, of course, Mohammed and many other people are saying that we don't know how to manage our debt because our expenditure is a bit too high. Just in the supplementary budget that just passed, a huge chunk of that money went into servicing a debt because, you know, the dollar hiked against the shilling, and now we had an amount of money that we were not even anticipating in the first place. When it comes to predicting such things so that we don't have unnecessary expenditure, what do you think the government should do? Now, currently, the economics matrix are looking good for the country because we've been able to manage the dollar situation. So our dollar situation currently is stable. Right. And the economic situation currently, it's very stable, sound. And, you know, banks are the spine of the economy. Right. So as we speak currently, the capital base to which we can actually be able to support first the private sector within the country is very, very strong. We are way above what the law requires us to be able to provide because like for the capital ratios, the law requires us to be at 14.5. We are at 18 average across the industry. So that enables us to support businesses to generate more revenue because it's only on-source revenue for Kenya that will be able to pay taxes and be able to first pay our debts and be able to pay taxes to government. So our message to government is let's increase more activity within the private sector so that we can be able to generate more revenue for government, and then we service the debts that we have across so many of our partners that are in excess of the 800 billion. And that will require a very concerted effort between government and private sector to be able to see which areas government needs to focus in. Unfortunately, in the finance bill that we have currently, there's almost zero provision which is actually giving incentives for private sector to be able to do more. Because there are no taxes which are paid by government. Taxes are paid by individuals and businesses. So for us to be able to generate more from these individuals and businesses, we need to be able to ensure that more activity is done at that level to be able to generate revenue. So we just need to step back, discuss with private sector as to which areas. And for the banking sector, we understand the ecosystem because all individuals, all businesses bank with us. So when you look at agriculture, we have the data to be able to know what's ailing agriculture. When you look at manufacturing, we know what's ailing manufacturing. If we look at construction, where now most of the non-performing loans are, we know what's ailing. So speaking like a farmer, when you look at the ecosystem from a banking perspective, we know where to do some weeding, which sector just requires irrigation and watering, which area will just require us to do some top tracing, and we'll be able to generate more activity within that particular area.